action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Play. Ready.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Benjamin's got it. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Foles. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Uchenna-Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return, it's King. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Stick. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Now Foles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10.
Be alert, be alert.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tight end right. Everyone's got 4.
Hey, silver.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, silent one.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Go.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers first down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 61 Matchbox Lights.
10. Check 3. 10.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jimidoe4's in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 48-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him...
wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
2nd and 10. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
It kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 32.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Josh Lambo will attempt the field goal. He's a former Charger, remember, back in their San Diego days. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
A 47-yard attempt.
And Lambo, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 79 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Exit.
They'll throw on 2nd down his stick toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun throw for Stick. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stick. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Check. There's a party now.
Back to throw here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's King. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 27 yards there, a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Stick. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on it? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Open man, it's Allen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
18 Gator. Ready? Topper.
On first down, it's Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Foles. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Got it.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Five.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Put it. Hit it.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now stick. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on now. Let's go.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Defense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Foles. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited? Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.